Hello everybody, we are now Cornelius and Carolina and we are going to explain the period of time of the Middle Ages. In the history of Europe, the Middle Ages or medieval period lasted from the 5th to the 15th century.
It began with the fall of the recent Roman Empire and began into the recent Age and the Age of Discoveries.
Hello, we are Martí, Pau and Anna. Today we will explain to you about some characteristics of the Middle Ages. The Middle Ages began of the 5th century to 15th century. This period began with the fall of the Roman Empire. There were many wars and religious clashes, especially with the Arab and Islam religions. The people of the Middle Ages lived basically from the food, bread and wine. The Middle Ages cover roughly 1,000 years, from approximately 400 to 1500. The Middle Ages represents a period of literature. Literature about kings flourished at this time. The Middle Ages are divided into 3 stages: the early Middle Ages, the high Middle Ages, and the late Middle Ages. Let's see what each of them basically consists of. The early Middle Ages, it began at the end of the 5th century to 15th century and reaches the end of the 8th century. The high Middle Ages, it covers the 9th to 11th centuries. It's about the boom moment of feudalism. The low Middle Ages began at the beginning of 12th century and reaches the middle of the 15th century. Important is going to emergence of a new social group, the bourgeoisie. It was a culturally dark period that developed between the two moments of great advances for the human culture.
Now I show you 3 pictures to the Middle Age. The first picture represents the castle. The castle is where the king, the noble, and the knight lived. It was built in a high place to see the enemies. The second picture represents the wars and the religious clashes. The church. The church is the place where the Christians celebrated Mass. We find the of Romanesque and Gothic art, Al-Hadameh.
We hope you like it. Hello, my name is Pablo and she is Cinti. I'm going to explain the King and the Queen. The King is a ruler of the Middle Ages time in the context of classical antiquity. The King may translate in Latin text and in Greek as Anchor or Basileus. In the modern context, the title might refer to the ruler of one of a number of modern monarchies, either absolute or constitutional. King is used alongside other titles for monarchs.
And the West, prince and Emperor, Archduke, Duke and Grand Duke. In this is the Middle Age Sultan or Emir. The Queen is a woman. In the Middle Age, I occupied the number of different social roles. During the Middle Ages and period, the European history lasting from around the 16th century.
Hello, my name is Ed and my My name is Theo. And now I explain the lords and the nobles. European nobility organized in the feudal system in Europe during the Middle Ages. Original knights or nobles were mounted warriors. And the lord return would provide the king with orders or taxes. It started at the top with the king granting. The center of the life in the Middle Ages was the manor.
Hello, my name is Martina,
And my name is Laia.
and we explain to the knights. A knight is a soldier that works for a monarch, bishop, or other political leader for service to the monarch or a Christian guard, especially in a military capacity. Historically in Europe, knighthood as with conflict upon mounted warriors. During the Middle Ages, knighthood was considered a class of lower nobility.
By the late Middle Ages, the rank had become associated with the ideals of chivalry, a code of conduct for the perfect, courtly Christian warrior. Often, a knight was a vassal who served as an elite fighter, a bodyguard, or a mercenary for a lord with payment in the form of land holdings.
Hi, I'm Clara.
Hi, I'm Muriel.
And today we explain the vassals. The vassals, it was a pact which a person swore loyalty, military help, and advice in king's government. The nobles were vassals. The vassals consisted in two parts.
Tribute, part in which nobles became the staples of the knight now to kiss him in the land of the monarch. They swore loyalty, military help and advice in the government.
Investiture, part which the king held and contribution of land, the manor and his vassals. Hello, I am Carlota and he is Victor. Today we go to explain the peasants.
Peasants in the Middle Ages were mainly agricultural farmers who worked in lands that were owned by a lord.
The lord would rent on his land to the peasants in exchange for economic labor.
Hello, I'm Kilian.
I'm Aina.
And I am Jan.
And we are going to explain the church of the Middle Ages.
The Catholic Church played a major role in Europe during the Middle Ages. The local church was the center of town life.
People were married, confirmed, and buried the church.
The church even confirmed kings on their throne, giving them the divine right to rule. We hope you like it.
Hello, my name is Mark.
And my name is Martina.
And now I'll explain the Crusades. And trade and transportation also improved throughout Europe as a result of the Crusades. The wars created a constant demand for supplies and transportation, with a result in shipbuilding and the manufacturing of various supplies.
The Crusades were a series of religious wars between Christians and Muslims started
permit to create control of whole states considered scared by hot winds. In all, 8 major cruise expeditions occurred between 1096 and 1291.
Hello, Udal and I are going to present to our work. Black Plague, bubonic plague or Black Death, was a plague pandemic that struck Europe during the 14th century and was transmitted by fleas transported by rats. It's believed an epidemic in Central Asia, from where it went to Italy, cities like Genoa, with great maritime activity, and from there to all of Europe. The Black Plague ended with almost half of the European population and with about 100 million around the world.
Hello, I am Berta,
I'm Arnau.
and we explain the castles in the Middle Ages. Arnau, we is talking how did they live in the castles in the Middle Ages. Come on, Arnau.
The nobles were the people who, for days, they had the power. These entailed collecting taxes, judging, occupying high possession and possessing the land. They lived in castles and administered the land. In return, they offered protection to the peasants in the face of attacks and invasions. The gentlemen were nobles who, in exchange for land, promised to be vassals and fight for the feudal order were granted.
The glaziers were the people who formed the church. The bishop and abbot had more category and power than priests. Most of the population were the peasants or servants, people who worked for the nobles, and this like generally in the field. The visitors were the people who lived in the cities or around the castles and dedicate themselves to commerce.
Thank you for your attention.
The Silk Road was a net of roads that linked Europe and Asia. This road extended for more than 8,000 kilometers. This road started on 1st century before Christ. It extended for more than 8,000 kilometers from China, Turkey, Syria, and India to Europe. It is called the Silk Road because the most important thing traded was the silk, only produced by the Chinese with a secret process. But not only silk was transported by that road. Other things like wool, ivory, linen, glass, amber, jade stone, and coral were transported by the road. Also no material things as knowledge. They brought religion, languages, science, medicine, and astronomy.